You got your gum? No gum.
You ready?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Al DeBart Gymnasium on the campus of Cherry Hill High School East. Tonight, the Cherry Hill West Lions are in town. Well, they'll take on the grappling Cougars of Cherry Hill East. The lineups. Neil Gerstein and I will be doing the commentating. Neil has the lineup for Cherry Hill East.
At 103, there is Jeff Saviano. At 112, Tyler Porter. At 119, Scott Harper. At 125, John Sloan. At 130, Todd Harper. At 135, Matt McAleer. At 140, Mark Earl. At 145, Paul Sherwin. At 152, Seth Weinberg. 160, Martin Garcia. 171, Craig Haynes. 189, the undefeated Greg Casamento. And at heavyweight, Robert Veldy.
And for the grappling Lions of Cherry Hill West, at 103 pounds, Steve Wilder. At 112, Ben Ramos. At 119, we have Bill Blauvelt. At 125, Paul Castilla. At 130, Eric Jamerson. At 135, Steve Migliori. At 140, Sean Lockwood. At 145, Joe Del Campo. At 152, Pete Chiamentowski. At 160, Dave Donofrio. At 171, Jamie Jamerson. At 189, Brett Atkins. And at the heavyweight position, Mike Nadio.
Right now, we're just waiting for the opponents to line up and meet their opposing wrestler.
To give you a little bit of background about these two teams, Cherry Hill West last faced the Highland Tartans, and they were crushed. The record is now 7-7. They're coached by Mr. John Seymour. Cherry Hill East, on the other hand, is 9-8. Their last match being a victory over the Camden High Panthers. Their coach is Mr. Frank McAleer. The captains for the two respective teams are, for West, the 112-pounder, Ben Ramos, an injured 135-pounder, Keith Mahan, 160-pounder, Dave Donofrio, and the 171-pounder, Jamie Jamerson. For Cherry Hill East, the captains are undefeated 189-pounder, Greg Casamento, junior 119-pounder, Scott Harper, and those are the captains for Cherry Hill East.
And here we are with the East Cougars, looking very impressive as they run out for a little stretch and warm up.
You know, Neil, all parties concerned have to agree that the outstanding wrestler in tonight's match would have to be Cherry Hill East senior 189-pounder Greg Casamento.
Yes, Greg is having his best year ever at East. He is 19-0, and 19 of those wins have been 10 pins. It's possible that he could go all the way and maybe be the state champion this year.
Another interesting point about tonight's matchup is the 103-pound match. Generally, these matches are contested between two lightweights, generally freshmen, as tonight is the case. For West, Steve Wilder, a 7-8 freshman, approximately, will be going against Cherry Hill East freshman 103-pounder, Jeff Saviano. He's the only freshman on the team, and his record is 7-11-1. A strong effort for just a freshman.
It should be a good match, the two freshmen.
Yes, it should. The inexperience will show, but we'll be waiting to see that matchup.
All right, here are the opponents lined up. You can truly begin to feel the anxiety in the air as the opponents greet each other. I'll tell you, Eric, it's this part of the match that I always thought was most interesting. It truly shows the camaraderie in the sport of wrestling.
As some of us know in the audience tonight, Neil was a wrestler at Cherry Hill East, and he's taking a year sabbatical this year, but he will lend some wrestling expertise to us tonight on tonight's broadcast. Can you tell me what's going through a person's mind when you get introduced in a match like this?
Oh, it's probably the time leading up to your actual match is probably the most anxious, nervous-filled time you ever experience in your childhood. You're thinking about the moves you're going to do, the first move you're going to make, then what you're going to do in the second round when whoever chooses top or bottom.
Are you nervous? Are the nerves there?
Definitely. The only thing that might calm it is knowing that you practiced hard all week and you know you're the best you can be, physically and mentally.
And those moves should be second nature to you. Is that right, Neil?
Definitely. They are purely innate. You don't even think about what you're doing out there most of the time. Rob exchanging a nice glance with his opponent.
Do you ever get psyched out before a match during one of these introductions, Neil? You personally, yes, you.
Truthfully, I only wrestle JV, and JV does not have these introductions.
I understand. We have the flip of the coin.
And it appears it is East's choice. For those of you who do not know what the flip of the coin means, whoever wins the coin toss gets to decide whether, in the second round, which team will get the decision on to take top or bottom on the odd matches or the even matches.
And we'll get into it later, but for later, Neil, we're going to ask you a little bit about what are the advantages of being on top or being on the bottom? Because I'm sure we'll see different choices made by different teams.
Each wrestler has his own feelings about which you have the advantage.
We'll get into that later.
And
but first up,
first match.
The 103-pound match between Steve Wilder and Jeff Saviano.
Both very aggressive. Both looking for the takedown. Out of bounds. Called back in. Both trying to get in, get the takedown. Locked up, waiting for one of them to hesitate. Both wrestlers seem extremely psyched for this match. Jeff Saviano gets in, gets the double leg, trying to suck it up. And out of bounds. Lock up again. Still looking for the takedown. Out of bounds again. Back in, the referee calls a stalemate. Neither wrestler has gotten anything and must work harder. West shoots. Saviano, crossface and Butcher. West gets behind. Out of bounds. West gets two. Gets the takedown. Wilder is on top. Saviano desperately trying to get out. Attempts, but fails. That was a nice sit out. East trying to get out. West trying to break him down. Saviano stands up. Scoots out of bounds and the call back in. Saviano is still on the bottom. Wilder looking for the pin. Wilder tries to put the half in. Saviano stands up. Out of bounds again. 1 point for East. West full Nelson. It's an illegal move. Saviano sits out and trying to scoot out. Get the 1 point, get neutral. Referee carefully looking on. And he does. He's successful. Receives the 1 point for the escape.
He ties it up right before the end of the first period. The end of the first period with the score. Steve Wilder 2, Jeff Saviano 2. Saviano is chosen bottom. Neil?
Referee giving the signal for Wilder to assume the top position. And the wrestle. Saviano stands up. Trying to turn around. Gain control. Wilder trying to front trip. And they're out of bounds. Back inside. Wilder gets on top. Saviano stands up. Fails. Tries again. Wilder brings him back to the mat. Saviano trying to gain wrist control. It's really important to have both wrists if you want to stand up. If you don't, the top wrestler can easily break you down.
Now, when you say break down, Neil, what do you mean?
I mean, the guy on the top is trying to. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, almost a reversal. Saviano reverses, has his head in the side. Went out of bounds, coming back inside. Saviano now has control on the top. Waiting for the referee. Give the signal, and they wrestle. Saviano trying to break him down. Get that pin. You really need to control the wrist. Going for a crotch trap, doesn't make it. Possibly looking for the arm bar or the half. Puts the half in, but unsuccessful. And out of bounds. Ready to begin again. 33 seconds left. East is winning by 2. Second period. Ooh, Wilder tried to stand up, but Saviano brings him right back down. He's attempting the crotch trap. Trying to grab the other man's arm through his crotch and then put in a half or an arm bar. Gain some backwards. And there he goes. Wilder goes to his back. Desperately trying to get out. While Saviano
5 seconds left in the period.
Trying to keep his back arch, hold Wilder down.
3 seconds left in the period.
Saviano gets 2 back points. Making the score 6-2, East. Back in bounds, ready to begin. Only 3 seconds left. Bottom man is given a caution. Started too soon. If he does it again, he'll be penalized.
What kind of penalty will result in one of those?
1 point loss.
1 point loss.
End of the second round.
End of the second period, the score. Jeff Saviano 6, Steve Wilder at 2. For the third period, they'll both be starting in the standing position.
Choose neutral. Looking for the takedown again. Goes in. Wilder goes in for the single leg. Trying to pull him in. Oh, but he pulled him right over himself. Saviano trying to get him back to his back. He's riding high. Could be dangerous.
2 points for Saviano on that.
Oh, but it's reversed by Wilder. 2 points West. Saviano scoots out. Immediately run back in. Clearly, both wrestlers are extremely tired now, moving very lethargically as they grow back to the center. West chooses neutral. Obviously, he feels he's stronger with the takedown. Saviano shoots in quickly, goes right for the double, takes him right to his stomach. He's going to look for the half. You can really tell how tired the wrestlers are getting. They're not moving nearly as quickly as they did at the beginning of the match.
Conditioning is a huge part of wrestling, I might add.
Definitely. A lot of people feel it's pure strength, but not at all. By this time in the third round, you're thoroughly drained of all your energy, and it's when that extra mile that you ran during the week that really comes into play. Time is stopped. Check something. Both wrestlers waiting. Saviano has control. He's on the top. Wilder on the bottom. 51 seconds left in the match. Saviano traps the arm, goes for the crotch trap again. Wilder trying to scoot out of bounds, maybe get another chance at starting. Clearly, both these wrestlers are matched up well. Equal strength, equal endurance.
You have to remember they're both freshmen. They've got 3 years ahead of them in the wrestling programs at East and West, respectively. And the word in the wrestling community is they'll both be very excellent wrestlers.
Yes.
For East and West, respectively.
Both schools have excellent programs. And once you're done the 4 years, you're definitely a respectable wrestler. Time is stopped again by the ref. Checking something out with Coach McAleer. Saviano again on the top. 26 seconds left. Saviano 11, Wilder 6. It's going to be hard for Wilder to catch back up now. So, nice move by Saviano. Takes him right to his back. Definitely be a few back points there. Trying to hold him down, suck him out. It could be a pin. And it is. Saviano wins by a pin. That was a good match.
Excellent match for Jeff Saviano. It's one of his few pins on the year. With the pin, Jerry Lees takes the lead with a big 6 points in the first match, leads 6-0. In the next match, sophomore 112-pounder Tyler Porter will take on senior 112-pounder Ben Ramos from Cherry Hill West. Ben is a co-captain of the Cherry Hill West team. He's an excellent wrestler, but word has it that he's been having a tough year. Tyler Porter, on the other hand, is an inexperienced youngster. His record is 1-3, but he's better than what Cherry Least was doing before at this weight, because in the earlier matches of the season, they were forfeiting at this weight, and Tyler has added a new dimension in getting a fresh body into that slot.
Definitely. Rather have this young wrestler gain the experience.
In a varsity match, definitely.
Definitely. Here we go for star of the match. All the experience of West comes right out, goes immediately for the takedown. Ben Ramos immediately gains control. Tyler trying to scoot out.
Looks like Ramos' senior superiority is really showing in this one.
Definitely. He seemed a little stronger, a little more aggressive right at the beginning. Looking for the ankle, looking for the arm. Tyler stands up, but they're out of bounds. Ramos still has control. Tyler goes on the bottom. Ramos chooses neutral. Tyler stands up. Looks like he's going to go back again for the takedown. There it is, right there. Single leg. Scoot. 2 points. Lets him out again. Looks like he's just going to take him down. Let him up and take him down. 6-2. Oh, he's on it. Tyler's on his back already. West going crazy. This could be a quick match. Ramos really trying to suck it up. Ref looking for both shoulders or both shoulder blades to be on the mat at the same time for at least 3 seconds. Tyler desperately trying to get out, and he does. 3 back points. Score's now 9-2. Ramos only needs 8 more points for a technical fall.
Technical fall resulting in what, Neil?
For technical fall means when there's a discrepancy of 15 points between the wrestlers, and it counts as the same amount as a pin. Ramos takes him down again. Tyler really struggling.
Well, at the end of the first period, the score, Ben Ramos 11, Tyler Porter 3. It looks like Ben is really in control of this match. We're edging towards the technical fall here.
Definitely.
Either that or a pin.
Experience and the body structure obviously showing through in Ben Ramos. Tyler takes the top. Ramos stands up, trying to get wrist control and get out. Tyler picks him up, but doesn't make the trip. Ramos switches, 2 points, reversal. Gonna go for the back points again. Tyler really holding his own in this match against the experienced senior. Tyler trying to scoot out. Back in.
A 6-point victory would be very significant for Cherry Hill West at this point, especially from the senior leadership of Ben Ramos.
Definitely make the match even again. Ben Ramos shoots in again. Goes for the single leg, but is unsuccessful. Tyler trying to crossface. This is it. And Ramos gets behind again. The large margin, 15-4. Four more points. The match is his. Tyler's really doing well, though, considering he's only a sophomore. Really holding his own. Struggling to get back up. Ramos traps the arm. Gonna try for the half. Trying to put the half in. Tyler keeping control of his wrist. It's really what you must do. Ramos looking for some back points. Puts the half in. Tyler takes the half out.
You say the half, meaning?
The pinning combination called the half Nelson.
That's designed to turn the wrestler over onto his back, I believe.
Yes.
Eight seconds left in this period.
Caution.
Tyler looking to hold on, to try and get something other than a technical fall or a pin. A point there helps Tyler's cause.
Tyler trying not to get taken down again. Period ends.
We go to the third period with the score. Ben Ramos 15, Tyler Porter 5. At this point with the 10-point margin, Tyler is looking to stay off his back and to try and avoid a technical fall or a pin. Am I correct, Neil?
That is true. He just wants to control Ben Ramos, not let him gain any more points. Ben Ramos gains wrist control. Tyler Porter is riding a little high, and Ben Ramos comes out front, sits out, and looks for the switch. Puts the half in right away. Tyler trying not to let himself go to his back. Tyler really should let go of the head. The head is, him holding onto the head is just a hindrance. There it does. Let's go. Ben Ramos ramming his head into the side of Tyler, trying to get him to go over. Tyler trying to go the opposite way. Get away
At this
from
point,
going
when
to
the
his back.
referee call a stoppage of play for a neutral. Oh, no, he turns him over.
There's definite back points here. Ben Ramos trying to suck it up for the pin. Tyler really trying to get out. Ref looking for the pin.
Pin or 3 back points. Either way, it looks like a 6-point decision for the Cherry Hill West Lions.
That's true. From here, the match is basically over. The ref's still looking. Make sure both shoulders are down. Only 10 seconds left. And there.
This match is history, folks. And as Ben Ramos picks up an all-important pin for the Cherry Hill West Lions, the score of the match becomes 6-6. It's all tied up as we go into the 119-pound bout between Scott Harper, a junior from Cherry Hill East with a 14-5 record, and Bill Blauvelt, 119-pound sophomore from Cherry Hill West.
Scott Harper, a very well and seasoned wrestler. Having a good year, 14-5.
Scott is wrestling down a class in hopes of chasing a regional title at the conclusion of this season. He's usually the 125-pounder.
Bill shot in, has the single leg trying to suck it up. Scott Harper desperately trying not to let him have it. Scoots out.
Little info on Bill. Word has it that he has the top work ethic on the Cherry Hill West team. And he also owns an impressive victory over 119-pounder Conway of the Deptford High wrestling team.
Goes in again for the single leg. Scott does a nice reversal. It's unsuccessful though. Out of bounds again. The match really beginning to heat up here. Both wrestlers anxious for the takedown.
After nearly 30 seconds, 40 seconds, it's all tied up, 0-0.
Bill goes in again for the single leg. Scott working on the head, try to get out of it. Out of bounds again. Ref brings him back. Bill trying to shoot. Scott trying to do what's known as a barrel roll, yanking down on the elbow. Both wrestlers stand back up. Bill again looking for the signal. Little frantic motion there.
Referee calling a neutral, I believe.
No, he was calling an illegal move on Scott, putting the block in the head.
That does seem dangerous.
Still looking for the takedown. Only 20 seconds left in the first period. Both wrestlers matched up equally. Bill goes to the single again. Scott furiously working on his head and arms, get out of it. Ref obviously showing nothing.
The end of the first period. The score is 0-0. Bill Blauvelt and Scott Harper are locked in a fierce clash at 119 pounds.
Scott on the bottom. Bill takes top. Scott, tenseness in his face.
False start on. Who was that, Neil? Who was the false start on?
That was on East. You can tell by who the ref points his hand to. Scott trying to sit out. Game reversal. Bill looking for wrist control. Scott stands up. Bill trying to trip. And Scott reverses it. Beautiful reversal by Scott. He's looking for the cradle right now. There it is. There it is. It could be a pin right now. Bill desperately bridging to get out of it. Trying to break the hands of Scott. There'll definitely be some back points. Scott looking to extend his leg. Do everything to make sure his shoulders get to the mat.
What does the referee call there, Neil?
I'm not quite sure. Scott
gets 3
seems
back
to
points
have
for that.
illegally held the neck of Bill. Tying his shoe.
As some of our viewers know, Scott and Bill are both alumni of the Cherry Hill American Little League. Interesting sidelight in their childhood beginnings.
Definitely. Two friends.
From a ways back.
Scott again looking for the pin. Bill looking to stand up, get to his base, attempts to stand up. Scott doesn't let him. Scott looking to what's known as stack the man. Tries it. Not long enough. Again, looking for the stack. Now he's going, looking for the cradle on the side. Trying to lock his hands. Keeps his head in the side. Bring him over. And the second period is over.
And at the end of the second period, the score, Scott Harper 5. Bill Blauvelt 0. Scott looking to take home a major decision or possibly a superior or a technical fall, gaining some points in this all-important third period.
Definitely, it all comes down to now. This is where the fatigue sets in and the real wrestler is shown. Out of bounds, ref brings him back. Bill right in on the single, switches to double, trying to suck it up. Scott trying to bring his legs over.
What's the call there, Neil?
Call there is Bill is not allowed to lock his hands for more than a few seconds on the bottom. Looking for the arm drag to the single. Bill attempting to take him down. Scott working on the ankle. Try and reverse it. Bill goes off to the double. Scott trying to get the wrist. Scott riding a little high. Turns around. Scott doing what's known as a headlock, hoping to yank him by. Bill still has that leg. Goes off to a double. Scott definitely preventing him.
Scott schemes to be shaken up a little bit. Out comes head trainer at Cherry Hill East, Mr. Tony Decker. Tony is well loved by the students here at Cherry Hill East. He's being recently renowned for his legendary Skull team. Or is that Skull, Neil? Are you aware?
No, I think you, being the football player here, probably know better.
Very good.
Tony checking out Scott. Hope it's nothing serious. Coach Macular and Coach Castagnola looking on with the ref.
Now, if Scott were unable to continue this match, what would happen?
It would have to be forfeited to West.
Would that be
all right?
Would that result in a full 6-point forfeit?
Yes, it would. It'd be like any forfeit. 6 points.
Well, Scott seems to be able to continue, and with 28 seconds left in the match, we continue.
And Scott gains control. Bill for another 2 points. Scott, all he needs to do now is hold out for another 10 seconds, and the match is his. Maybe gain a back point or 2 more. But from here on out, it's all Scott's.
And at the end of the match, the score, Scott Harper 7, Bill Blauvelt 0. Scott takes a regular decision, I believe, Neil. Yep. And the score becomes East Cougars 9, Cherry Hill West 6. The next match will be 125-pounder John Sloan. He's a junior coming off a big win against the Camden High Panthers. He's wrestling up a class, and in 1987 he was 21-6 and was a state tournament entrant. He'll be facing Paul Casdia, sophomore, who's been injured most of the year and has had some back problems. Neil?
Brian went right in, but Paul laying on top, trying to get around. Paul looking to yank him by. Brian looking to get out of there. John. Seems like Paul has what's known as a crotch trap in. Looking to gain some back points on John. John furiously trying to gain wrist control and stand up and get out of there. Paul looking for the back points.
Seems to me Paul's been in control of this match pretty much the whole way through.
Definitely. Well, it's still the first round. It's only 2-0. Still 4 more minutes after this.
Plenty of time.
John looking to stand up and get out of there. Paul has control of his left foot. Paul's going to try and trip him. John's going to try and scoot out. Switch. But he's unsuccessful. And period 1 comes to an end.
At the end of the first period, the score, Paul Casdia 2, John Sloan 0.
Paul chooses neutral. Feels he can take John down. John right in, though, on the single leg. Trying to suck it up. Ref stops. John Sloan fixing his headgear. take a brief
What's
talk with Coach Mackler.
What's the referee saying to Coach Mackler at this time? It's anyone's guess, I might add.
That's true.
John seems to be all right. He will probably continue.
Paul aggressively looking for that takedown. They lock up. John looks for the single, but misses. And John does a nice try. Tries to drag him by. Unsuccessful. Again, both wrestlers matched up well. Seemed pretty equal. Neutral again. John, slight adjustment with his headgear. Both men looking for the takedown again. John gets the arm, looking for the throw. No.
What did the referee call there, Neil?
I'm not quite sure. Paul attempting some illegal move. Start over. John goes right in for the single leg. Gets the takedown. Now looking for the pin. Shoulders are right there. That was a very, very nice takedown by John. Looking to keep him down. Snatches the ankle. Paul looking to get back to his base. Stand up. John doing a nice job of keeping control. Not too many more seconds left for him to do anything. Just keep control.
And at the end of the second period, John's made a slight comeback, tied up the match, 2 points apiece. Third period should be quite pivotal in this matchup.
It's getting exciting now. This is when it gets good, when it's matched up between two equal wrestlers. John on the bottom, looking to stand up. Paul riding on top. Attempting to bring John over. John not letting him. Trying to switch. Looks like he might get neutral. Grabs, gets hold of the leg. Could be a single leg for John. Doing a nice job. Picks him up. And ooh, they go out of the mat. It's too bad because John would have had him. Both wrestlers looking exhausted.
Once again, this is where that training and conditioning comes in, right, Neil?
Definitely. Absolutely right, Eric. Start again. John looking to get out again. Just as long as he gets out, doesn't let Paul take him back down, get any points, he'll be all right. Paul doing a nice little throw of John. Clearly the coach is a little annoyed at that on the east side. It's really pertinent that wrestling stays safe and they don't let too many throws like that occur. John again looking to get out. 1 minute left, 2-2. A lot can happen in this minute.
What did the referee call there, Neil?
Ref cautions West, picking the ankle for too long. You can only have it for 5 seconds, and you must let go of it.
That's a key point for John Sloan. Another key point.
4-2. 4-2. As long as he doesn't get taken down, he'll be all right. Oh! Paul gets the takedown. 2 points. It's again 4-4. 30 seconds remaining in the third round. John Sloan looking to get out or get a reversal. Paul looking for a back point.
20 seconds left.
All it takes is one back point for him to win. Here it goes. Tension's building up. 10 seconds. Oh, and the ref calls a stalemate.
And what kind of strategy
John
can be
wants to
employed
get
by
out.
either wrestler at this time? With 10 seconds left, what are you looking to do?
You're looking just to get out. And if not get out, just don't let anything, don't let your guy on top get anything. Doing a nice job. And
This
it's a
match ends in a
tie.
draw. Well, 3 points to each team. And the score, 3-point margin remains for Cherry Hill East. They now lead the score 11-8. The next matchup will be between 130-pound senior Todd Harper with a record of 9-9-1, coming off a win at Camden High, against 130-pounder Eric Jamerson, sophomore brother of Captain Jamie Jamerson. He is coming off a loss to the Highland Tartan.
Both wrestlers, excellent wrestlers. Jameson following in his brother's footsteps.
And Todd also has a brother on the team. Scott wrestled earlier. Came up with a big win at 119 pounds. Todd provides senior leadership for this East wrestling team. And he's done a strong, solid job so far this year.
Both wrestlers tied up, looking for the takedown. Jameson scoots behind, brings him to his mat, gets the 2 points. Todd scoots out.
Eric is known in the wrestling community as a very solid technical wrestler.
Takes neutral. Todd goes for the takedown. Misses. Oh! Todd tried to flip. Jameson tried to flip.
What was the call on that, Neil? The West fans seem to be booing.
I think that was an illegal move done by Wes, and he didn't count it as a reversal. Just a roll through. Todd looking for the takedown. Locks it up for a headlock. Looking for yank him to the side or for a cradle. Eric makes a mistake and Todd seizes the moment, looking for the control.
Todd gains 2 points on that maneuver. Now takes the lead, 3-2.
Yes, 3-2. Looking to get Eric. Oh, Eric attempts to reversal, but Todd keeps him. Looking to get out of there. Oh, Eric gains control of Todd's leg. Looking reversal. Out of bounds, and the ref calls it neutral. 1 point for Wes. Tied up at 3-3.
Why was that last point gained by Eric Jamerson?
He gained that because he got out and got neutral.
Now, at the end of the first period, the score 3-3. Jamerson and Harper locked in a heated battle here at the Aldebar Gymnasium on the campus of Cherry Hill High School East.
You can tell that was a hard first match. Both wrestlers breathing hard. Jameson is cautioned. Todd immediately sits out, looking to get the reversal. Jameson traps the arm, looking for a crotch trap maybe. Todd needs to get to his base. Eric looking for some type of back point or pinning combination. Todd looking to get to his base. Very difficult without one arm. Jamison looking to turn him. Scott desperately trying to get up. And they're nearly out of bounds here. Ref calls him back. Jamison, caution again, and it's going to cost him a point. Must keep the arm on the elbow. Todd looking to get out. Jamison doesn't let him. Almost a reversal there.
Todd gains a neutral position and gains 2 points in the process. Todd now owns a 5-3 lead. The senior against the sophomore. Little adjustment of the headgear by Todd. He seems to be ready to go.
Both men looking for the takedown. Slapping each other a little bit in the head.
Seems to be an inadvertent poke in the eye by Todd Harper on Eric Jamerson. Jamerson seems to be okay.
Jamerson obviously does not like locking up. Ty goes right in for the single. Gets behind him and gets the 2 points. Obviously frustrating his opponent. Now looking for pinning combination, back points. Traps the arm. And that is the end of the second period.
Todd is leading 7-3 as we go into the third period. This just in from our basketball correspondent for Cable 18, Cherry Hill. Basketball correspondent Josh Weinstein has informed us that Cherry Hill West has fallen to the Camden High Panther by 15 at Camden this afternoon. Tough break for Cherry Hill West.
I don't think it's appropriate to bring up a basketball game in a wrestling match. Two sports are so different, and
it's all in the spirit of winter activity. We have a little break in the action here while the West coaching staff attends to Eric Jamerson's eye. Seems to be he's being affected by that. Inadvertent poke in the eye by Todd Harper.
Could possibly cost West the match.
If Jamerson can continue. Now, whose decision is it for him to continue this match? Is it solely the wrestler's decision?
It's really made up between the ref and the coach. Really, the wrestler doesn't have too much say in the matter.
That might be one of the things wrong with high school wrestling today.
Yeah, maybe we have lost a little bit of the sportsmanship of it.
But sportsmanship is in the air tonight here at Aldebart. And there's no denying it in this match between Eric Jamerson.
There you go. There they go
Todd
again.
Harper.
Right in for the takedowns. Todd looking to get behind his leg. Jamerson looked for the bear hug there, but unsuccessful. Shoots right back in. Todd looking for the cross face. Get behind. Ramming his arm across Jamerson's head. Ty goes in for the shoot. Misses, but does get one of his legs. Jamerson looking to get behind. Still a close match. Todd 7. Jamison 3. Todd trying to prevent him getting behind. Jamison looking to either get behind, and he does. The ref does call it. West with 2 more points now. They come back in neutral. Or no, excuse me. Jamison has control. Another adjustment of the headgear. Top man is brought on. Looking for the cradle, Jameson. Todd looking to get up. You really don't want to bring your head too close to your knee because that's what happens right there. Oh, but it slips. And Todd gets control. Jameson almost on his back there. Oh, but it's another reversal by Jameson. A head roll.
As this match ends in a draw. The score, Harper 9, Jamerson 9. 3 more points to each team. Is that right, Neil?
I don't know. As you can see, the ref is waiting to see how it's going to work out. You're probably right. Check it out with the score table.
Might add, we have a fine crowd here at Al DeBart tonight. Crowd upwards of 8,000 people, I believe. Boisterous crowd, too. Oh, seems that Todd Harper's won this match, 11-9.
Oh, that will
Interesting turn of events for Cherry Hill East.
put East back in a nice margin of lead. Obviously, the coach of West is not too happy about this. That's the way the cookie crumbles in this world of wrestling. Obviously, West is not happy with this. Feel it's a little bit ambiguous. Ref just double checking, make sure he's right. McAleer over there looking on. Every point is important. They don't want to make a mistake. The whole match can be lost or won with 1 point. Both teams eagerly looking on.
Now we see the scores 11-10. Get a shot of Coach Frank McAleer. Looking very interested in this outcome.
Watching and waiting. Find out what the coach's decision will be. The wrestler is also waiting for the coach's decision. See whose hand will be
To
raised.
give you a little background on the next match coming up, at the 135-pound weight class. Matt McAleer, the coach's son for Cherry Hill East, coming in with a 10-8 record. He's a 135-pound sophomore. He is also the brother of Mike McAleer, stellar wrestler for Cherry Hill East last season. He'll be facing 135-pound sophomore Steve Migliori, who will be replacing Keith Mahan and MJ Lewin, two juniors out respectively with appendicitis and an ankle injury. Those two were strong wrestlers for the West program, and they're sorely missed, especially in a fierce interconference clash with a rival like Cherry Hill East.
Definitely. It's always good to have your most experienced players out. This match almost has the same fury that last year's East-West match had. Fury
Yes,
Claw.
and the Cherry Hill West Wrestlerettes just add to the fun and excitement here at Aldebard. They're a fine bunch, and looks like they're getting up to do a cheer right now.
I've often wondered why our East does not have wrestling cheerleaders.
Well, maybe we can see the drum up some interest in the upcoming season. Maybe Cherry Hill East will have wrestlerettes. So I think they're a fine addition to a wrestling match.
Definitely. It really helps to improve and encourage morale among the team members.
Yes, it does.
Referee out there decide the winner.
The winner of
And it
this
goes
match
to Todd Harper.
is Todd Harper, 11-10.
West not happy, and
The throngs
East
of
ecstatic.
the throngs of Cherry Hill West people are just booing their mouths off. Cherry Hill West brought over 17 busloads of people this evening, and they're just very pumped for this matchup.
And I have a correction. That is Keith Mahan wrestling now.
That is. He'll be
Keith
wrestling
Mahan, a fine
Mark
wrestler.
Earl, a replacement at 135 pounds.
Both wrestlers, again, looking for the takedown. Keith Mahan, an extremely aggressive wrestler.
Mark Earl's a returning letter from Cherry Hill East. His record is 5-10, and he's a junior.
Keith Mahan gets the takedown. Keith Mahan keeping control. Quite an aggressive wrestler. Lifting Mark over from the mat. Safely returning him. Mark Earl desperately tempting to get out of the clutches of Keith Mahan.
Seems to me that Keith Mahan is returned from his bout with appendicitis, and he's returned with flying colors.
Definitely. He is some wrestler. Looking for the ankle trap, looking for the crotch trap. Something to get him those points. Mark Earl trying to stand up. Again, lifted from the mat and put back. Mark Earl trying to get his wrist free from Keith Mahan. Mahan looking for the cradle. Mark not letting him. Mark Earl trying to stand up. Keith Mahan, both feet inside. Riding him. And first period comes to a close.
The end of the first period. The score, Keith Mahan 2, Mark Earl 0. Mark is putting up a strong fight with this stellar performer for the Cherry Hill West Wrestling Lions.
Musculature, both wrestlers clearly seen. Again, matched up well. Keith Mahan stands up. Mark Earl trying to keep control, but Mahan escapes, gets the one. 3-0.
looking for another shoot. Mark Earl locking up. Back to the center. Mark Earl goes right in for the one. Brings it by him. Gets the takedown. 2 points East. Now, trapping the leg. He's going to look for a back point or two. Mark Earl trying to keep him down flat. Keith Mahan trying to get up, get to his base, and stand up. Looks like Mark's coming out to the side a little bit. Comes back. Keith Mahan stands up. Trying to get out. Mark Earl trying to swing him back in. Out of bounds, and the ref brings him back.
34 seconds left in this bout. The score, Keith Mahan 3, Mark Earl 2.
Mark Earl takes the top. Keith Mahan stands right up. Mark Earl looking to keep control, and Mahan swings out. Gets the point, neutral. Mark Earl goes in for the shoot. Unsuccessful. Mahan wants to keep him down there. Swing him by.
9 seconds remaining in the second period of this match.
Ref brings him back inside. Start off neutral. Mark shoots. As the second period comes to a close.
The end of the second period, the score, Keith Mahan 4, Mark Earl 2.
Again, both wrestlers holding their own. Matched up well. Mark Earl takes bottom. Keith Mahan on the top. It's going to be a close match. Third round. Mark Earl attempts to stand up, but Mahan drills him to the mat. Mahan looking to keep him flat. Maybe get the wrist, get the leg, get some back points. Mark struggling to get back up to his base. Mahan throws into half. Looking for something on the back. Tries to keep him in. Mark able to wiggle himself out. And then come back in. Mahan with control. Mounts on the top. And they begin. Mark trying to get wrist control, break out. Mahan looking for the trip. Brings Mark to the mat. Mark trying to get back out again or get to his base. Ref starts him over again in the center. Mark trying to get out, get control. Mahan trying to break him down, get a back point or a pin.
You know, Mark Earl is putting forth a surprisingly strong effort against a fierce competitor in Keith Mahan this evening.
He's doing a very nice job
With
tonight.
57 seconds left in the third period, he's still in the running to capture this match.
Still anybody's match right now. Going out of bounds quite a bit tonight. Mahan takes top. Mark looking to get back out again. Mahan trips him, but Mark still at his base. Mark looking to reverse it, stand up. Out of bounds again. Mahan
31
still has control.
31 seconds left in this match. Mark still has a shot to bring home an unexpected victory for Cherry Hill East if he can gain 3 points.
Ref calls a caution. I believe Mahan's head must be lined up in the center of Mark's back, not on the shoulder. It's important because if Mark throws his hand up or head up, he could hit Mahan in the head. Stands up immediately. 20 seconds remaining. Mark can still get a reversal, get out, get 2 points, and tie the match up. Back inside. And they're off again. Mark really needs to get out now. Oh, and is he going to get it? No. Mahan does a nice job of covering him. Mark now out flat. Looks like the match is going to go to Keith Mahan. Mark does a nice job.
There's the buzzer that ends this match. With the score, Keith Mahan 4, Mark Earl 2. A strong match for Mark, yet he loses as Cherry Hill East still holds the lead, 14-11. The next match, there is some doubt in the broadcasters' minds as to who will be wrestling. It looks like Matt McAleer for Cherry Hill East. And it's anyone's guess who it is for Cherry Hill West.
Matt McAleer going in for the single on West. Trying to suck it up. Really get down low. And as West drags him out.
As we mentioned earlier, Matt McAleer is the coach's son, brother of Mike McAleer, now at Gloucester County College. Matt is coming off a strong win against Camden High School. His record is now 10-8.
Both wrestlers very aggressive. Both men again looking for the takedown. Matt shoots in. Needs to suck it up. West holding him down. Get his lock, take his arms off. Keep his head to the mat. If West can get around, it could be 2 points for him. Matt needs to stop him wherever he's going to go. Oh, Matt does a nice turnaround. Gains control. Looking for the cradle. Matt takes the lead, 2 points. Looking for a cradle, looking for some back points. Just in, it's Shy Lockwood wrestling for West.
Sean Lockwood, the sophomore, 140-pounder at Cherry Hill West.
Sean Lockwood.
This is his second year on the varsity. And he's got many years' experience through the Cherry Hill West junior program. There's the buzzer that ends the first period with the score. Matt McAleer 2, Sean Lockwood 0. Looks like trainer Tony Decker and some of the coaching staff is out to check on Matt McAleer. Seems that he has a bloody nose.
Put a piece of gauze in there. He'll be back in shape in no time.
Bring out the old spit bucket. Looks like Matt'll be all right.
Clearly, this is what the managers are for.
Yes, they do a fine job.
Yes. Always there with gauze or towel or water at the beck and call of the wrestlers.
Their hard work results in strong efforts put forth on the mat. We salute managers everywhere.
Trainer Dave out there doing a fine job of
That is Trainer Dave
cleaning
Edmiston.
the blood off the mat.
He's got a bottle of what looks like Clorox bleach.
Yes. Mat. And the wrestlers getting ready.
Matt chooses the bottom.
And they start. Matt swiftly tries to sit out. Stopped by Sean. Matt trying to stand up. Get out of there. Sean puts in the half. Oh, Matt does a nice reversal. Gains control. Oh. But Sean reverses again. Matt's on his back. Oh. What excitement here. And it's a pin.
Sean
Oh.
Lockwood down 4-2. Makes an amazing comeback and gets the pin. Adding 6 points to the Cherry Hill West total. Brings the score to 17-14 in favor of Cherry Hill West. And the west side of the gym is rocking. Next for Cherry Hill East at 145 pounds. A junior, 14-4. Paul Sherwin. And at 145 pounds, a junior for Cherry Hill West, Joe Del Campo, we believe, up here in the booth. Joe is one of the most improved wrestlers on the team, and he's doing an admirable job trying to replace Mike Seymour. Paul Sherman, on the other hand,
Joe right in on the single leg. And they're out of bounds. The ref will bring him back.
Paul Sherwin was 14-0 in the JV last year. And a hold to look for Paul, Neal, is the cross-face cradle. He really likes to use that one.
Yeah, having wrestled with Paul last year, he's knows how to use the cross-face cradle quite well.
We'll look for that a little later on in the match.
Paul trying to get up and get out. Joe brings him to the mat. Paul doing a nice job. Could reverse it right here.
Paul gains a point on an illegal lock by the West wrestler, believed to be Joe Del Campo.
Paul stands right up, trying to break the hands. Joe brings him back to the mat. Paul trying to scoot out. Joe trying to bring him back. Paul does that. Paul needs to get to the other side. Here's the cradle, his infamous cradle. There it is. Will he get some back points?
The wrestler for West just in is Pete
2
Chamatowski.
back points.
The wrestler for West is Pete Chamatowski. He's a sophomore. He's making the big jump to varsity this year from the freshman team last year.
Sorry about that. That's Pete Chawentowski out there. Not Joe DeLem. Paul looking to break him down. Tries to throw in half, and there's his cradle right there again. Doesn't quite get it. Wrestler. Pete desperately trying to stand up.
There it is.
Puts in his cradle. Gets 2 more back points.
And at the end of the
Increasing his
first
lead.
period, the score, Paul Sherwin 7, Pete Chawentowski 2.
Paul looking for the back again. If he can hold him, he'll have the pin. He will get some back points for that. Bring him back again for his cradle.
Paul going for the pin.
And they roll out of bounds.
Gaining 2 back points on that. Paul now has a 3 back points. A commanding 14-2 lead.
3 more points, and Paul will...
The reason for the discrepancies in the rosters of the names was the Cherry Hill West commentators were unavailable to show up for this evening's matchup, and Neil Gerstein and I have been forced to work it alone. We'll manage, won't we, Neil?
Yes, definitely.
Back to the mat.
Paul looking for some more back points. Could it be reversed? No, he holds his own. They come back inside. Both wrestlers getting quite fatigued. 52 seconds remaining in the second round. Oh, brings him right back. There's some back points right there. Oh, but the ref calls it no. Put in the half. Paul looking for the cradle again. Bring the head to the knee.
Down to 20 seconds left in this period. Paul looking for the tentacle fall. He should gain quite soon.
Paul's doing a nice job.
Paul going for the,
2 seconds left, and third period will come to a close.
Seems that Paul is well on his way to a technical fall and a 6-point victory for the East Cougars. There's the buzzer, ends the second period. Paul Sherwin 16.
Paul Sherwin has decides to take down.
Pete
All he
Chawentowski
needs to
2.
do is stand up and get out of there, and the match is all his. Looking to unlock the hands. Oh, a nice throw by West. Not affecting Paul at the least. Looking to stand up. Looking for the switch. And the reversal, and
Paul gains an 18-2 technical fall decision. That makes the score. Cherry Hill East 20, Cherry Hill West 17. The next match will have Woodcrest local Seth Weinberg, a junior with a record of 13-6 at 152 pounds. He'll be facing another unknown Cherry Hill West wrestler. Seth is extremely well trained, extremely flexible, and as a freshman, a couple years ago, he was undefeated. Neil, I believe you're on that squad.
yes, Seth had a great year that year. And it's only gone uphill from there.
He's hoping to
Last year?
continue his success this year.
Ref stops the match. Seems to be in the clock didn't begin. Both wrestlers looking intently on. You can really see the growth that Seth has attained this year. He's really gotten big and well built.
He's trying to put it all together for a successful season.
Waiting for the score table to fix out the logistics.
Once again, for those of you who joined us late, I'm Eric Schwartz along with Neil Gerstein here at the Aldebar Gymnasium. And we're just waiting a little stop of the action in a match between Seth Weinberg and Tom DePatry, just in. Tom DePatry. Tom is a 152-pound sophomore, and this is his first year wrestling at West. Obviously, he has made the big jump to the varsity. Must be a strong competitor.
Both wrestlers wait quietly, planning out their strategy. Get a little morale talk from the coaches. Just been announced that only one of the clocks will be working.
We've yet to figure out which one, but I'm sure we'll have it superimposed on your screen for you. Seth just staying loose. Trying to keep limber. Trying to keep mentally sharp. Mental toughness, that's a key in wrestling, isn't it, Neil?
Definitely. Without it, you can forget it.
Little clock difficulty. Our clock technician, Mr. Ed Johnson, just straightened it out for us a little bit. Mr. Donald Witzig has been working the clock this evening. He's a physical education and driver education teacher here at Cherry Hill East.
And the wrestlers start again. Both moving intently on. Both going for double or single leg takedowns. Seth gets right in on the single leg. Sucks it up. Goes off to the double. Pop his head out and he'll have the takedown. No, nothing. Back in. Got to get the head out for it to be good. Locked up. Seth goes right in. Nice single. And there it is. Take down, 2 points. Seth traps the arm. Out of bounds. Tom on the base, a little strange there. Seth goes right for the cradle. There it is. He can just hold him. Gets his arm. Looking for the quick pin. First round. He's trying to stay as perpendicular as he can. Trying to arch his back. Keep Tom's head off the mat. If he can do that, he'll get the pin. Seth gets 3 points. Adjusting his headgear. Seth looking for another takedown. Gets the single. Right in. That was very nicely done. Seth is clearly the dominant wrestler in this match.